lightest cosmetics neon pigments, but it turns out that these are going to be discontinued, and I really had no other plan, but I have been wanting to film an ASMR video for you guys, so I thought, why not go ahead and film that video, and it might be fun. I didn't really know for sure what to focus the ASMR video on, so I figured I would just film an ASMR video about my makeup routine. So if you want to see in true ASMR style, then by all means, keep on watching. Okay, first things first, I need to break my Kit Kat bar up into individual pieces. Matchsticks in the shade Truffle and Mocha to contour my face under my foundation. Now that my face is pre-contoured, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Face Tape Foundation in the shade Light Neutral. Now that my foundation is blended out, it's time to go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer under my eyes and on the high points of my face. I'm also going to be setting this concealer with my Fenty Beauty Loose Powder in Lavender and my Physicians Formula Translucent Argan Wear Powder. Not very satisfying. Oh well, you win some and you lose some. It sounds like I have a very hard head, so if you guys seen any good movies lately, I'm a big fan of horror movies. And I haven't really seen any lately that were all that great. Can you guys suggest any? If you don't like horror movies, what's your favorite movie right now? Or what would you recommend? Now that my concealer is blended out, it's time to set it with my powder. I think that's very loud. I need to find the correct brush. nose powder, it's time to go in with my Physicians Formula Argan powder to set the rest of my face. For this, I'm going to use my Morphe M104 brush. I absolutely love setting my face with setting powder. You can hear the bristles of the brush rubbing against my facial hair. It kind of tickles. Now that I've finished setting my face with all of my powder products, I'm gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer to acquire that sun-kissed glow, if you will. I'm going to be using my Morphe M462 for this. Boom, I'm bronzed. Now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills light to medium contour kit. I'm going to be using the middle shade right here to contour with. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. Now I'm going to use my Morphe M209 brush to contour my nose. I never realized how hard it was to whisper all the time. I want to just start yelling. Maybe not yelling, but I do want to talk loudly. I don't know how often I can film an ASMR video. I need to talk like loud. I'm so happy I get to get that nose snatched. Now that my nose is contoured, I'm gonna go into this lighter shade right here with the same brush that I used to set my under eyes with, and use that to put a little bit of highlight on my jawbone. See how magically that works? Yes, I do realize it is very dramatic at this moment. However, it does not have to stay that way. All we have to do is brush away the excess powder. Now that all of my complexion products are done, it is time to set that makeup with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. That's wonderful. Now it's time to do my brows. I'm going to start by using the brush that I never knew I needed until I got it, which is the Morphe M414. I'm going to use the brush side to brush out my brows, and then the comb side to brush my brows. Now that my brows are brushed out, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. This is in the shade Medium Brown. I need to make sure I get a lot of product covering the spoolie. That's one brow down and one brow to go. Now that I've completed filling my brows with my brow gel, it's time to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown and clean everything up a little bit, add some hair-like strokes, and finish off these tails. Now it's time to go in with my Morphe M113 flat brush and my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium 26 and carve out my brows so that they can be a little more tamed and a little more backed off a little bit. Okay, so obviously these brows are making up for the silence that we have in this video because they are very loud. They are very, very loud. Now, I was just made aware that we are going to go eat dinner, which sounds using the Blue Blood palette today, but I'm gonna be using the nude shades in the Blue Blood palette. So first, let's get unhinged. So I'm going to need an eyeshadow brush. I think this one will do. This is the R37 brush, and I'm going to start by going into the shade Wealthy right here. After I prime my eyes, I can't believe I almost forgot to do that. Cheese and crackers. Oh no. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Wealthy now that my P. Louise eyeshadow base is blended out. I want to let you guys hear exactly what it sounds like to go into the shade Wealthy. If only we all knew how it sounded to be wealthy. Now that my base is set, it's time to go in with my Morphe M200 fluffy brush. And I want to go into the shade Celebrity Skin. Now that I'm done blending out the shade Celebrity Skin, I want to take some of the shade Priceless up here and put that right on the outside of the Celebrity Skin just to blend it into my skin tone a little bit better. Now that I've blended out the shade Celebrity Skin with the shade Priceless, I'm trying so hard to be quiet. Okay, now that I've blended those out together, I'm going to take the shade Crystal Flesh right here, and I want to put that all over my lid. I'm gonna use my Morphe M204 flat packing brush. Now, since I didn't do my eye makeup first and I did my complexion products first, it's important that I tap off the excess from this shade, because if I don't, it will end up all under my eyes instead. So if you end up using this palette and this shade, just be careful. Oh, but it is stunning, absolutely beautiful. Now that I've saturated my lid with the satisfying shimmer shade called Crystal Flesh, I think I'm going to spray some setting spray onto a brush so that my shimmer shade can be super shimmery when I put it on my shimmery skin. Sounds great, doesn't it? I'm going to be using my Morphe M431 and spraying that with my MAC Fix Plus setting spray. I'm using the shade Cullinan right here. I'm just going to put this in my inner corner. Just like that, so it looks like I'm glowing. And the last thing I'm going to do is use my Morphe M514 brush and tap into the shade Power right here and use that to deepen up just my outer corner. This brush is just a little bit scratchy. Ow. Now I'm just going to blend out the edges of that shade so that it's not so harsh. And last, but certainly not least, I'm going to use my Morphe M433 brush and take just the slightest bit of the shade Untouchable right here and gently glide that onto my lower lash line. Now that that's done, that concludes the eyeshadow palette. not going to be using any lashes today. I'm just going to be putting on some mascara. So let me grab that. Sorry, that was really loud. I'm just going to be using some of my Benefit Roller Lash. Now that mascara is applied, I feel like the eye look is complete. It's clean, it's simple, it's sweet, it's seductive, it's satisfying, it's superlative, it's sexy, it's... S just sounds cool to say when you're whispering. So, now I'm going to go into my Tarte Amazonian blush in the shade Quirky, and I'm going to be using my Morphe M105. Now that my blush is applied, I'm going to be using my Pop Lux highlighter in the shade Black Ice. Now that my highlighter is applied, it's time to go in with lips, and today I'm going to be using the Appeal holographic lip gloss in the shade Posh. And that concludes this look. I hope that you love the look and that you think I look beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and let me know you liked it. I know this isn't something that I typically do, and it probably isn't something that I will continue to do. I've just had people that really wanted to see an ASMR video, and I thought it would be fun to film it, so I did. If you want to see looks like this one, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you guys gain nothing at all from watching any of my videos, please at least gain this. And it is to always remember and